Before diving into the grand final of this year's Eurovision, let's talk about the semi-finals.
Let the Eurovision Song Contest begin!
The first semi-final starts on a low note, with an opening act that reminds me of what Eurovision was 20 years ago. Finally got to experience the full stage, as I'm doing my best to dodge spoilers as much as possible during the season. And I wasn't very impressed. The frame was a unique and iconic idea, but it blocks the whole energy. The stages of the previous 2 years were almost spilling into the audience, being some kind of arena in which this battle takes place. This year, it felt like a wall or a block. Also, I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but you can actually see all the gizmos and bits of the lighting and such. It gave the whole thing an unfinished touch, far from the clean-cut, very elegant stage last year. It also connects with the general beat of the show, which felt very unlike a Swiss clock. I mean, why do all the artists have to go to the front of the stage to get off of it? Now let's talk about the hosts. Sandra was the responsible one. She reminded me of the Austrian hosts from 2015. She had the charisma, and I like the sparkle in her eyes when she sings. But not enough color. She fell a little flat for me. Michelle brought the Italian host flavor to the stage.
A little bit of Italianita.
Happens to be there by mistake. Doesn't care much about what was going on. I just came here to have some fun, take my check, and go. She is so pretty, and her dresses are beautiful. And then there's Hazel, who you just know will be from now on a Eurovision legend.
Wunderbar!
She was so quirky and funny. She had a special tone as a Eurovision host that I don't recall from past contests, so she was brilliant to me. The interval act of the first semi-final was great. Actually, I don't get why they didn't use it in the final. This was fun, educational, and of course, I was happy with Petra's cameo. Also, we need those interval acts on streaming services. Do something about it. I also liked the interval act in semi-final 2, where they got the singers from the 2020 cancelled Eurovision. I mostly enjoyed Effendi. One thing I will say is that I find it surprising they chose all the artists that came back for the 2021 edition of the contest. Now let's talk non-qualifiers from the semis. Belgium was a big surprise for many, but not for me. Look, I am a big fan of dance music and electropop. So, Belgium, Cyprus, and Croatia should have been my favorites. Unfortunately, the 3 of them were lacking something very important for a song: a soul, emotions. Those 3 felt like the producers went hard in the studio, ending up designing beautiful sounds to empty songs. There's nothing my ear caught with the 3 of them, though it's usually what will be my cup of tea. The only non-qualifier I was really surprised about was the Milkshake Man. But my friends and family predicted during the night it would not qualify, and to be honest, I don't miss it in the final. Now in the final, the opening act for the show, like many parts of it, felt like they didn't care much about it. The preview video was generic. Then we got Nemo and the Drons, and then the flag parade, which no one really cracked since 2016. Now let's get down to business.
Let the Eurovision Song Contest begin!
Somewhere along the way I lost my mind.
The show opened with Kyle, who gave a respectable performance to a song so generic it hurts. Artist of Europe, please stop making Moombahton pop tracks. We are over it. Also, this brings a huge issue I had with Eurovision this year. Besides being the worst pack of songs ever, is that all the performances feel like I've already seen them. No shocking moments, no elevation. I need a shady lady moment, you guys. Laura from Luxembourg is someone we knew qualified from the semi-final just because there were not good enough songs. Someone had to qualify, so she did. Back in February, I sent my friends a link to a song from Tommy Cash. I wrote, "Let's appreciate together this stupid and fun song." It went on my playlist and was definitely the song of that month. But not long after, Cash performed the song live in the local national selections, and the quick affair was over. I'm sorry, if you can't drive, don't be an Uber driver. And if you can't sing, don't go to Eurovision. Cash is a sucker of attention, and I'm totally fine with that. I just couldn't stand his live vocal performance and its high score. That being said, I will say that the song is super catchy, and the stage performance was well executed. When I first heard Catharsis' song, I was intrigued. It's been on my playlist for months now while I was trying to crack it. I call the structure of this song linear because, unlike other pop songs that go back to the verse and the chorus, this song keeps evolving and doesn't go back to a catchy earworm. This seems like a popular thing these days, probably influenced by streaming and social media listening habits somehow. I'm so happy they did well, after all. It is a song contest. Melody gave a beautiful, charismatic, and powerful performance to a very outdated song. Spain should realize we want more Rosalia and less Soraya. Ukraine treated us so well this year. It feels like they said, we don't want to win, but we do want to great Europe with good music. And then they chose the best song that is the worst in the context of this stage. Like it's written so well, and produced beautifully, and sang outstandingly, and directed so gracefully. But you still know they were aiming for the lowest place they could get. Good job, Ukraine. Keep standing strong for all of us.
What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened?
I will say now something that might make you close this video. What the hell just happened? Could have been the right winner for this thing. It's giving Chapel Roan, Benson Boone, and Olivia Rodriguez. Their harmonies were sublime, and their presence full of charisma. I think this had the best qualities to be a respectable hit song in the summer of 2025. You guys thought differently, and this is the game. Previous to the show, Wasted Love was my second favorite. Now it's down a few places. Their stage performance fell flat for me. I thought the camera was too static and the whole thing over-directed. I think that the chopped vocals when the song turns into techno should have been sung live, with the same effect on them. You can do it simply with automation these days. That could have given this performance the kick it was missing. But it is still a decent song, and congratulations to JJ and Theodora. I'm happy. There's something for the kids, but in a normal year, this wouldn't have qualified. Tautumedas did a brilliant job on stage. Though I'm not a fan of this dreamy and naive music, the visuals and the vocals were outstanding. Good job. Claude, my darling, you are beautiful and charismatic. The vocal performance was shaky, and you know it. The song is another generic, outdated, boring piece I'm sorry to write, but I did like how the stage felt, like there were so many people on it. Visually, it was dynamic. When Erica won Umek, I wasn't very hyped. She definitely had charisma, and I got why she won, but I liked Vivi's song better. But for the 2025 season, this is my biggest grower. In the week since the show was over, I have been streaming this like crazy. Usually, I don't like it when the chorus is so happy and bright. I prefer my hooks to be dark and dramatic. But, I mean, you gotta have this chorus explode with happiness. Totally like it now. The Italian song this year is far from being my cup of espresso macchiato. That being said, this song is so romantic and naive. Adding English subtitles was their smartest decision because the lyrics of this song are super relatable and considering the voting. Not only for me. And here is the queen of the evening. To be fully honest, I thought this was going to be much more. How can it be more? I don't know, but I still felt like this is too much of what we already saw in the Polish national selections. Despite all this, Justyna absolutely ate. She is such a powerful performer with a strong presence, and she took so many risks. Also, seeing men in heels representing Poland is a happy sight. This song is everything I love in music. A dance pop track with contemporary techno sound. The chopping of the vocals plays a musical part in this song, and it's so beautiful. The staging was also fun and gave the right vibe to all of it. The only problem is obvious. Beautiful Tina had shaky vocals that took from the general experience. The Greek entry had a huge problem. The song really explodes almost halfway through. We have to go a long way through the verse and the pre-chorus before we can feel anything. The live performance, though, had that Ukrainian touch to it. A little bit Teresa and Maria, and a little bit 1944. That gave it the boost it needed, and thankfully, that's what completed the experience and gave Greece its high score. Parg did a wonderful job with this song. I took into consideration the fact that the local production can't be like Eurovision itself, but this has strongly elevated from the national selection's performance. Still a miss for me, but good job.
0 points.
This was hilarious. Of course, there is a statistical explanation for the split voting between the judges and the televote, but I won't go there now. This was so elegant and tight. The visuals were stunning, and the vocals were on point. I think the judges should appreciate this, and this is why we need judges. But the song itself does nothing to me, so I also understand why it didn't work with the televote. And from one elegant and delicate entry to another. Dance music is a lot about innovation, and one of its fun features is that it is always evolving. I always look for new ideas and sounds in dance music. Mirjana had a sassy and fun pop song that is truly empowering. Its biggest drawback is the drop. This is where the song loses its life and starts to sound outdated. A little bit of Big Room from the 2010s. That's an unfortunate miss. Portugal has also made it to the final because it's the worst contest ever. But it's no shade to Napa. Their song was sweet. It just doesn't fit the tempo of Eurovision, I believe. Denmark always plays it safe in Eurovision. They almost every time go for the two radio-friendly songs. This year, they finally went for the dance track, and it was terrible. Sissel delivered vocally, but the song is an obvious leftover from the Euphoria factory. Again, the time of Moonbotten has passed. Though having that Swedish wholesome pop flavor to it, it sounds too generic. I can't understand why so many were convinced this could win. I feel like after Amir's success in Eurovision 2016, France got back their confidence. I feel they're respecting us again. The best part of this performance was her vocals. This song is so hard to sing, and she did it amazingly. I wasn't a fan of the send thing, but overall I found it powerful. I even thought it could win the jury, which wasn't too far from reality. Gabry Ponte is a known name in the dance music scene. His music these days is highly influenced by future rave and techno. It's such a shame that for Eurovision, he decided to tone it down. If he had given us a clubby banging techno track, I would have been much happier. And finally, Albania. I remember writing to someone on one of the Facebook groups that this song is annoying, and that someone wrote me, it's the best Albanian entry. I still wouldn't go that far, but I will say their Eurovision performance totally got me. I'm so happy they did so well in the televote, and I am happy we still have this kind of songs in the contest.
Dropping it down.
So, the last thing we need to talk about is the interval act. For the first part, they went with some Swiss Eurovision classics. They could easily replace it with the semi-final one interval act.
Made in Switzerland, like the internet or LSD.
Then came Keria and Baby Lasagna. Personally, I think the EBU should make Rim Tim Tagadim disappear. It's such a terrible song that I don't understand why anyone would like to listen to it again. The mash they did with Cha Cha was a total mess. Even though the visuals were fun, their new duet, though, is cool. After them, we got the reigning diva Nemo with their new song. Nemo delivered an emotional performance. The emotions sometimes got him off scale, but all in all, it was touching and smart. What do you think? Did you agree with my insights? Let me know in the comments.